I didn't have my mic on. Fuck. Thanks. I was just saying, hey man, if anyone can lip read that or like go back and look at the clip and figure out what the fuck I was saying, it wasn't important, but I would just be impressed. So I saw someone mentioning the fact that they had like, they basically use their time to create TTRPG characters all the time, whether or not there's like a game that they have going on. And Bug says, holy shit, she's real. Hi, Phoenix says pro streamer. Listen, no one's a pro streamer, okay? We all have technical difficulties. You guys should have seen yesterday. Some of my shit just straight up was not, it didn't want to happen. It was not doing good. But how are you guys? How is everyone? I was saying that like my, back in the day, like ages ago, I used to just sit around and create TTRPG characters whether or not there was a game going on, which usually there wasn't. But it was just fun to come up with stories and things like that. And I actually have recreated a lot of the stories that I made for characters back in the day, like ages ago, and use them in APs nowadays and like kind of added a bit more interest to them, a bit more flavor, because let's be honest, they were pretty shitty back then, but now they're a lot better. But yeah, Phoenix says I work in IT. I don't have technical difficulties. I have a job. Very fair. Also, allegedly Macy, thank you so much for the sub. Oh my gosh, it's great to see you. Let me get you on the board. Allegedly Macy. Is Macy still doing okay? Like, is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade still a thing? Or is that just kind of like slowly going downhill the way Sears did? Because Sears is like gone, right? We also had Universe Falls, who says we've been here for a fucking minute after resubscribing for 22 months. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Universe. It's great to have you back. Welcome to the board that I forgot to label, because honestly, Steve Wesley is also back for 4 months saying, hey, let's go. Hey, welcome back. Steve Wesley, let me get you on the board. And that's like 2000 is the number. Let me get that on there as well. How is everyone? We have kind of a cloudy day out here in Central Oregon, so today's been kind of like cozy season. No makeup, no real vibes. I barely bothered to put in my contact this morning. Whitney is here, smoking glue guns, saying, guys, today I learned bullying works. Okay, here's what happened. Dude, so I hopped into a voice chat with Whitney, right? I was in like some Discord, and she was like, hey, you still didn't buy any dice? She didn't say dice. Dice. I don't know what happened there. She's like, you still didn't buy any dice? And I was like, yeah, I know. I was gonna see you next time and buy them, because she sold out of one of the ones that I put on my Instagram poll that some of you guys might have seen. But the other one was still available. And she goes, well, you can do it now. And I was like, fuck, okay. She's like, she sent me an invoice. Mind you, I read through the invoice, and at the very bottom, there's a $10 late fee for saying that I was gonna buy the dice like a week ago and never actually getting around to it. Which, in my defense, Gen Con's fucking huge. It was hard to fight crowds. Also, Whitney says, why did you make me Southern? To be fair, I think I was thinking about Wand Magic Quest just then, and I was like, yes. Yerba Dank says doice and doinks. You should see, dude, speaking of doinking things, you should see some of the shit she's coming out with. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's so fucking funny. If you guys don't already follow Whitney, just for like absolutely fucking everything, she takes dice to an art form that of the likes of which the world will, it's really fucking good. Anyway, MMO Master 138, welcome in, saying yo, 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 welcome back for your 10th month, and thanks for starting a hype train, by the way. Thanks for being here. MMO Master, is it ER? Yeah, and then it's 138. Good to have you, welcome back. Thanks for whoever did the shout out too. Yerba Dank says Whitney, the Findom dice maker, the Findom dice maker. Dude, actually though. Cuber Bates says dice making is the best of the arts for us dice goblins. Well, here's the thing, and I've done this before. Let me do this. Smoking glue guns. She's not paying me for this, although she fucking should be, given the amount of bullying that I've been through with her specifically recently. Let me show you guys her site. Let's see what's on here, because what I saw at Gen Con, and honestly today, was harrowing. Here's her commission stuff. I commissioned the dice with my teeth in it from her, if you hadn't heard about that, but let's see what you actually have here. Dice sets. Do we have any left? Let's see. Crimson Kiss, Bleeding Star. Whitney, where's the fucked up ones? I know you have them. Where are you hiding them? Bring them back. Whitney says, no, technically you paid me for it. Listen, give me the good shit. Where is it? That's the wrong scene. There we go. Crystal Noir, Silver Tempest, Magic Carpet. All of these are like custom, like basically unique dice, right? She has Big Pimpin'. It's the colors, the gold. and white and purple. Where are the, hold on, shop. Where are you hiding them? Commission deposits, singles, accessories. Here are the chonks. Where are the dick dice? Give them back. They sold out? Fuck. Dusty Lee says you had me at fucked up dice. Typically she has dice that have, for example, yeah, here we go. The Dick 20 is a good example. Where she has inserts that are just teeny little dicks. And then there's a chonk version of it, which is fucking huge. Lucas says wouldn't have sold out if she bought them on time. I hate you guys. These are the Dick 20s. This is like a single Dick 20, I believe. And then you can buy a cuck chair that goes with. It's like this little 3D printed thing. It actually attaches to the side of your, I don't know why I'm doing all your sales for you, by the way, Whitney, but I hope you're fucking writing this down. I'll invoice you later and give you a $10 fucking late fee on top of it. The diced cuck chair comes with like this little screw thing that you can use to attach it to the side, to like the lip of a dice tray. So when one of your dice misbehaves, it can actually perch on top of the dice tray and then just sit there and then watch all the other dice actually roll well and get praise for it. But Dusty Lee says, do you have the same with Little Fox? I saw a liquid core die that she had that had sperm-shaped glitter inside, and so the little sperm were floating around. Allegedly, Macy says, duck. Dice cuck chair is crazy work. I have one. It's, shit, it's in my flower pot. Fuck, but... Anyway, the Bug Life says I need the dick now. Wait a minute, that's not what I meant. Anyway, welcome to the me selling you on shit dice. If I had to spend hundreds of dollars on business expenses, you guys have to suffer too. I'm showing you all the cool shit that I got. Vanderil, thank you so much for the sub for a month at tier 1. Thank you so much for continuing the hype train at level 1. We're moving on to level 2. And then Vanderil, I'll toss you on the board as well. Here we are. Thank you for being here. The amazing, the trend of having an actually decent fucking marker is continuing as well. Brandon, hello, hello. And then Umbral, Draconics is also here. Garrett in YouTube, and Name in YouTube also says dick dice were a thing. That's amazing. Oh boy, are they. Yeah, they're great. But good to see you, good to see you. The Bug Live says it's actually a very cool site. I will look because I have a dice problem. They are genuinely really nice dice. I don't have a picture, but the one that I bought today was a set of gemstone dice. Not gemstone, geode dice. So they have like a little cutout. And they're, I think, all black, but then the inside geode part is white. It's either that or it's all white and the inside geode part is black, but I'm pretty sure it's the first. And then where the numbers are, they're black and white, but they're painted in a way so no matter what background they're against, you can see them. I'll show them off when I get them. Oh, Whitney says opposite. Listen, I would know if I had bought them one time. I'm sorry. It's all white, but the inside geode part is black. I getcha. Also, Luke says, for those that aren't buying dice, please support a friend in need. That's indeed, please. So our friend Blizz, who is known as Blizzbear here around the internet, is an amazing human being, a Twitch ambassador, a bisexual icon, and is currently fighting cancer. He was diagnosed with B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which thankfully is one of the more curable cancers, but also it still fucking sucks to deal with, right? We were talking about this yesterday. This is the cancer that I was almost diagnosed with. I had a pretty fucking bad scare where my lymph nodes were so big that you could see them swollen through the side of my clothing, and the fucking biopsy to get it properly diagnosed hurts as like fucking hell. There's so much going on here with this particular type of lymphoma, but mostly it's things like exhaustion, nausea, things like that, which might impact his ability to work. And so he's currently working on it. He's going through chemo. He's doing well so far, but he does have a GoFundMe to kind of make sure that he does okay, because cancer, especially when you're a small business and just like a little solo content creator, is like fucking awful. So that's what is happening today with regards to fundraising. We're not doing tips for a little bit for this week. We're instead kind of shoving people towards his direction. But yeah, the Bug says it sucks having a budget. I wish I could get more Norse Foundry dice. I got the coolest Norse dice they were like ruby something, I believe, where they're mostly green speckled, like the sort of mossy vibe. And then if you put them under a black light, then all of the red speckles glow a bright red, and they're UV reactive. It's super cool. MMO Master says, bro, I had to kill my first character as a DM. That shit is so hard. It sucks, especially with the... Oh, Umbrella Chronic says I spent $100 to the GoFundMe last night, talking with a couple friends about trying to put some fundraising going for him. That'd be amazing. Yeah, the TTRPG community really has been going through like the process of trying to get more traffic his way, and then also like, especially because when it comes to cancer, right? he's doing amazing with regards to his first GoFundMe. Cancer is a really fucking long process to heal from. And so a lot of this is also future-proofing and making sure he doesn't have to worry about what's over the hump and making sure people are still continually keeping him, you know, in their mind and making sure that they're raising money not just in one big burst, but also through the next couple months. So the TTRPG community is getting together a bunch of games and actual plays to help kind of like raise money for him, not just right now, but also as long as he needs to while he undergoes therapy. Or chemotherapy, rather. Not normal therapy. He's probably already in the normal therapy. But anyway. Let's see. Garrett says, to my knowledge, I don't require erect dice. And then Name says, only to your knowledge, though. So I don't think I have a Dick 20 yet. I had my eye on this one. Like, it was a chicken 20. So it was an egg-shaped thing. And it was broken into two halves. It was an egg that could actually break apart and open like you were cracking an egg, held together by magnets. And if you crack the egg and open it into your dice tray, a little resin D20 with a teeny chicken inside falls out. And so you can like crack an egg to roll your dice. I thought it was cool. I mostly just want to make a chicken character to justify it though. Anyway, we have a hydrate and a breathe. I also want to say hi to Salty Comments, who has followed. Welcome in, welcome in. Winnie says, I'm so proud of my egg. The egg is really fucking cute. I almost, cause like I don't know why, I've had a thing for chicken stuff lately. I bought a chicken game at Gen Con where you get to play as little chickens that like defend the farmyard against animals like snakes and foxes and badgers and things like that. It was super cute. Also, Vandrel says, oh, I got a set of rubber ducky dice from a mystery set from Gen Con. A full set? That's solid. And also your Badang says chicken boo character. I don't get the reference. But Goya Biera, hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And I think we ended the hype train. So here's the hype chest for everyone. I'll do a little, here, let me post that for you. For anyone who was in chat, you just received that emote. Thank you so much for your participation, by the way. And then let's see, Indiana Cornbread Nerd, amazing name, says, yeah, the D&D castle is a hoot. Oh my gosh, are you talking about like D&D in a castle? Also, Lucas says Chicken Boo from the Animaniacs cartoon. You're talking to someone who, I think Animaniacs was like before my time, actually. But Whitney says, I need to go episode prep for Friday. Love you, darling. Bye, Whitney. Guys, everyone say bye to Whitney. Chat, say goodbye to Whitney. Be nice to her. Also, DBC said, not gotta be Foghorn Leghorn. Is Foghorn Leghorn the one that looks like a cereal mascot? Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah, this man could sell me fried chicken any day. What's that one fried chicken company in Mexico that looks exactly like this as their mascot? I don't remember exactly what it is, but it is fucking tasty chicken, I'll give you that. Also, I'm willing to bet, I don't know why, I get the vibe that this man has all the confidence that makes him an absolute... I bet there's so much porn of this guy, and I can't give you an exact statement of why I feel like audiences... I think it's like the energy of being... What were we talking about the other day? Big boy summer? This is that vibe. Anyway, the bug says, bro, maybe I'm old in my mind because I watched Animaniacs and I'm 20. El Pollo Loco, is that it? Hold on. Welcome back to the, I don't think this is it. I feel like I remember, it was like, is it? Maybe it is. But this is like distinctly Mexican. Like from, like, ate it in Mexico. But it is a chain. But it was tasty. I don't know. Is Wolfie says Knots from Breaking Bad. It isn't a real, but it is a real restaurant, isn't it? Anyway, welcome to the food part of the stream. We're getting it done early. DBC said Foghorn. That's not his leghorn. Jesus fuck. All right, you get your food privileges taken away. What were we talking about? Oh, I was gonna show you guys some cool stuff with regards to specifically the shit that I got at, not at Gen Con, but right before Gen Con. Let me see, Kingdom Death. I got a Slenderman, and I swear this is gonna make sense in a sec, because I think I've talked about it before, but there is a Kingdom Death expansion that has to do with Slenderman, and and Spidicules, here we go. Spidicules, I think. I got this guy, and I haven't built him yet, but he just arrived today. He's like properly the Slenderman of yore, if it wasn't for the fact that he looks like he's dressed like a clown. And I got the miniature for him, and then I also have this new one, Spidicules, I don't know which it is, But it's super cool. Those are also tits though, so I am gonna stay like right here comfortably so you don't have to worry about that. There's a bunch of cool stuff that I got. Let's see, what else? I got Gorm. Let me see if I can do Gorm and make sure that one doesn't have any tits on it. Oh, there's no build guide for it. Fuck. That's okay. There might be an easy way to show it off. Oh, there's not gonna be an easy way to show it off. That's okay. I got some really cool things. Salty Comment says my favorite meme is Foghorn Leghorn saying, I say, what in the, I'm assuming that says fuck, is that? Also, DBCU said that's just Blacephalon with tentacles. Who is Blacephalon? Oh, this is a Pokemon? A fire ghost pipe Pokemon introduced in Generation 7. It's an Ultra Beast. I don't know what that means. Yeah, no, this is just a whimsical little dude. What part of this is a fire Pokemon? What part of this is anything? Where's his head? Is it just a sphere? Its head is made up of a collection of curious sparks, and it can freely move its own head and make it explode. Are there any images of what it looks like in game? Oh man, he's doing a little dance. Look at this guy, he's got some fucking... Wait, DBC said Ultra Beasts are alternate reality Pokemon? Oh. Oh, weird. I mean, he looks like a whimsical little guy. I'm kind of here for it. Whoop. I'm kind of here for it. Like this. This kind of hurts my eyes to look at, but... Okay, he's just doing a little dance. This looks like a character that you would run into in, Undertale. You know? He got the moves like Jagger. Truly, your red tank says Disco Clown. Yeah. Brandon says, is that a real Pokemon? Apparently. And also Vinny Smile says, sub, that thing looks like those weird monster things in the Orphanage movie with Eva Green. Eva Green? Eva Green? Eva Green? Anyway, it's Sounding Piggy. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome in. Saying just doing his little dancey dance. He's just doing a little dancey dance. I love saying that so much. Anytime anything like just does a little wiggle and looks happy, I'm like, oh my god, it's doing a little dancey dance. Astounding Piggy, thank you so much for the sub, by the way. Good to see you. Astounding Piggy. I also did get a copy of Riftblade today, which is not, I've looked into Riftblade slightly, but let me see, Riftblade. Which is a newish game from Gambit Factory, and it's like a card game. It's like a strategy deck builder, and I haven't 100% gotten into like the lore or anything behind it yet, but it gives very much like, at least with the color scheme, right? It gives Hearthstone vibes. Also, Duke says we nearly lost another PC last week, but he was mine from when we had a guest GM, so I could kill him to my heart's content. We love that. Dude, killing your own character's some real fun shit. Like, anytime I go into any actual play nowadays, anytime anything happens, I talk to my DM and I'm like, hey, if you need a casualty, I'm first in line. I'll make it dramatic and shit. Just let me know what I gotta do. And so that's like something that we always have on the board when I'm at the table. Mostly because I'm in it for the story. I'm not in it to win or to like survive, you know? I'm in it to make it entertaining. And if no one else is gonna make the sacrifice of what needs to be done to make it entertaining, I will absolutely do it. But yeah, Duke says we nearly lost another PC last week, but he was mine for when he had, oh wait, I read that. Eliza says, I just joined the Discord channel, but I'm sadly sans pizza. Oh my gosh. Wait, were we talking about pizza? God, I could go for fucking pizza. Oh my god. Also, Casey Kinsey over on TikTok says, hey, Diana, loved you at the live roll for sandwich. Yeah, do you guys want to know what I made at the live roll for sandwich? Holy shit. So if you guys don't know, Adventures in Ardia, Jake, invited me to do roll for sandwich with him. And it was this thing over at Elfin Moon, which is like a relatively new game store. And it was so much fun. Essentially what you had to do is you went on stage and rolled a D, I think it was 6 for the, you know, bread. And then there was what meat do you want inside, 2 different levels of foliage, and I guess it's not called foliage, it's like called roughage. And then there was wild magic, there was like the sauce and things like that. It was full on a roll for sandwich, right? And here's what I got. I got so lucky. I got sourdough bread, I think it was elf meat, which was like a smoky sort of like, actually, I think we've had it from Mythical Meats. It's like that meat stick that was, I wanna say chicken and pork. And then there was butter, just straight up like, I can't believe it's not butter, scattered, you know, spread around on the bread. There was raw white onion, I was like, buddy, you couldn't caramelize this for me? And he's like, absolutely not. That's not the point. And so we had raw onion, and I think it was syrup as well. So full on like maple syrup drizzled all over the inside of the sandwich. Slammed it together, held up a little cross section for everyone to see, and then took a bite. And when I tell you, the sandwich was actually really fucking good. The only thing that I would potentially remove is the straight up raw white onion, but it was a sandwich that tasted so much like a breakfast sandwich, right? Because you had like sourdough. If it had been toasted, it would have been perfect with like butter. You had the like sausage, which, you know, the sausaginess of the meat stick, the elf meat stick. You had some like seasoning in there. You had a bit of like syrup. It was so good. It tasted like a really sweet breakfast sandwich, almost similar to like, I think I joked about the elf LARP food of choice. The raw onion kind of sucked, but then we had this thing where we could go into, I think someone played a card that made it so we could each add an additional ingredient to the sandwich. And naturally, Jake chose bacon bits, and I chose, of course, whipped cream. And so I just added a little pile of whipped cream onto the top, did a little Salt Bae of bacon on it, and then took a bite. It was so good. I honestly would have finished the whole thing. It was, chef's kiss. But yeah, that was my experience at Roll for Sandwich. 10 out of 10, would do again. Everyone was like, sour cream, yes, but whipped cream? Sour cream on that, though? Come on. Also, Vinny Smile says, sounds like it would have been better with red onion. It would then complement the syrup better than contrast it with the white. The white onion was also just overpowering. You could definitely like feel the crunch of it, of just straight raw white onion. But let's see, Brandon says, if you're getting into TCGs, are you gonna try Riftbound? Yeah, so I haven't actually looked at it yet. I've mostly been looking at the art, but it reminds me very much of, oh my gosh, do you guys remember, shoot, what's that one card collecting game that is, here, let me just show you. Slay the Spire. It reminds me a lot of Slay the Spire in its art and like attacks and things like that. Also, Duke says, playing is so easy comparatively. Rock up to the session on time and roll dice. One creature at a time, child's play. Also, Drac says, whipped cream sounds wrong, and I would totally try it out. It was so much fun. Also, people are saying, yeah, Slay the Spire represent. Dude, this is the only convention I've ever been to where Slay the Spire's board game didn't sell out fucking instantly. Wait, hold on. Viper says the one card collecting game won? You know what I mean. So it was, here, let me get, because like I played Slay the Spire. I'm not a huge fan of roguelikes is the only thing, but they had an RPG come out recently. Slay the Spire, oh sorry, tabletop game is what I'm looking for. There we go. Tabletop game. Is it not here? Oh, it's loading. There we go. Slay the Spire board game. Cooperative fantasy. Yeah, so they made a board game, and I've seen these guys at PAX West, PAX East, PAX Unplugged, 3 different PAXs in a row, and every single time they've sold out in like day one, and I just walk up, and it's like the people who are working the booth just kind of like chill in there, because they straight up, they were just like, yeah, we sold out again within like 30 minutes, so we don't really know what to do now. And they were just like sitting on the table, like kicking their feet, just hanging out. It was honestly kind of adorable, but there we go. This is the game, and I haven't played it only because I don't really like Slay the Spire. Like, I like it, it's okay. I just don't like roguelikes, you guys. But it very much reminds me of Slay the Spire. Riftblade does. So, Concho says, look at this legend and god on my screen. Hi, Concho! Hello! Guys, everyone say hi to Concho. Concho is currently working on pushing for partner before TwitchCon, which is, by the way, so much fun. If you can get into partner at TwitchCon, you get access to, you know, free food, you get access to the partner lounge, you get access to like the partner goodies that they give everyone, you get access to free food, you get access to free drinks, there's also some free food. I just like the free food part of the partner shit. I think there's also panels and stuff, but I haven't really looked at it. So everyone say hi to Concho. Dice says, I played Riftblade, I loved it. I just got my copy in the mail. I haven't looked into it yet, but we were just talking about the comparison to Slay the Spire. Are you like a cards person, Kevin? Anyway, if someone can remind me to give Concho VIP later, that would be great. They did also send me, mind you, the team is amazing, right? They sent me not just the actual game itself, but they also sent me their pins from the Origins pin bazaar of like 2 of the characters in the game, and so these are really cute. Let's do that. And then Duke says, free food, best start streaming again. It's the amount of food that they had too. There was like whole dessert tables. They had so much shit from various different cultures as well. But yeah, Thank you for the shout out, mods. Kevin says it's a mix between Ascension and Dice Throne. Oh, I fucking love Dice Throne. Y'all, if you haven't played Dice Throne, you should. It's so much fun. It's really cool. You need friends for it, but there is also a campaign mode that you can do without friends, if you're like me. Kevin says deck builder with the dice mechanic to activate various abilities on the cards. Oh, wait, is that what these are? They gave me a bunch of dice as well. Mind you, this is like a playtest version, so everything is just kind of in Ziploc bags. This is not what it'll actually look like, I'm assuming. But yeah, this is, and they have like all these little dice card packs, which are actually pretty solidly high quality cards as well. Kevin says I got the same. When did yours arrive? Because mine only got in today. But the art is fucking gorgeous, and it looks so much better up close, honestly. I also like the fact that they actually went through and they did. I'm gonna unwrap this and immediately regret it. I guarantee that's all gonna get mixed up. I also just love the fact that they went through the effort of putting in flavor text, because that's truly what I read, especially as like a world builder. I use that to inspire my characters and shit from Magic the Gathering all the time, so like... Anyway, Conscious says, I want to say thank you for the raid last night. It seriously made hitting our goal last night possible. Oh my god, absolutely. I don't know your schedule, but if I see you raid again today, happy to raid in anytime. And chat, if we raid into Concho, just be sure to like keep it open on a separate tab, you know, hang out for a sec, say hi. It helps out a lot with the partner push, because partner is fucking fickle to get. Kevin says you have a river of cards that you choose from to build your deck, and then when you choose certain cards to do moves, you also roll dice, and they activate other abilities on the cards. I had a meeting with them at Gen Con. Oh shit, yeah, I was supposed to meet with them. I think I just ended up not signing up for it because I was like, there's no shot I'm gonna be able to. It was like between them and Gehenna, and I was like, I should probably talk to Gehenna. So, but Friendship Plays, hello, saying, hey, I'm new to your streams, but I've been seeing you all over the socials around TTRGs. TTRPGs. Hello, hi. Oh, amazing. Wonderful to see you. Kevin says I did both. Oh, man. Yeah, they're so nice. The whole team is amazing. What is this? Oh, no. Oh. Hold on. Let me do some surgery here on this real fast. Where's my... I know that this is not what you're supposed to do when you have, like, a little thread coming off of your clothes, but... Come on. Come on. Really? Hold on. Wait a sec. Oh. That works. my third option was just gonna be fucking like a lighter, so you know, I'm glad we got it sorted. Brandon says it won an award at a Dice Tower award show. Oh shit, amazing. Also, Potato says she's get down, she's got a knife. Hi, Potato. And then Friendship says, I was at Gen Con too, but I only ended up at the convention Thursday and a little on Saturday. Ah, gotcha. Also, Duke says that was a disappointingly sane series of items. I mean, the other thing I have is I could just, like, you know, really make sure it never lets up again, but that might be a little extreme. I was expecting a pair of shears or something. I mean, I have a sword. I moved my knife. My little dagger isn't in here. The best I have is a slightly less sane method of producing fire at any given time. What? Shit. That's fine. Anyway, what were we talking about? I wasn't just... Bob says casually he has a knife at hand. I have so much at hand here. I have dice just hidden around my apartment now. You know how people will sometimes have, like... pepper spray or like self-defense weapons just hidden around different corners of their house, so in case they need to like run into a room and then, you know, combat an intruder, they can just grab some baseball bat from around a corner, right? I just have dice everywhere, so in case I need to do a spontaneous dice roll, they're just ready. Lucas says Dinah just has a handful of D4 to throw. True, caltrops. Anyway, Josh the drunk nerd. Thank you so much for being here. Also, Salty comments, did I get you on the board? I didn't. Oh my god, thank you so much for the sub 2 minutes ago with Prime. I appreciate you using your Prime sub on me. That's really sweet of you. I know you only get a couple of those. Salty _ comments. We'll put you up at the top. Thank you for the sub. Potato says I have maybe 5 knives around my desk, mainly for arts and crafts. Arts and crafts is different. But also I get it. It does look weird. Also, allegedly, Macy says I've got a bow hanging over my bed, and all my D&D books sit on top of the gun safe. They sit on top of the gun safe? Oh, I assume it opens, like, from the front. I thought it would have opened at the top, like a chest of some variety. Anyway, Duke says D4 caltrops. Shard D4s. those could actually do some damage. Real Deadman is also here. Ipon Vader, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. But Real Deadman says, Diana, I need your help. Are you familiar with Grim Hollow's Oath of the Slaughter Paladin? If so, any ideas how you would play a character of that class? I can't think of one that isn't just an evil character. Oh shit, yeah, let me grab it. So I do have all 3 of the Grim Hollow books. And I assume you're looking at the player's guide and not the Monster Grimoire and shit like that. So here it is. Grim Hollow was super kind in, actually, no, they didn't send these to me. I bought them. Never mind. Fuck you, Ghostfire. No, I'm kidding. They're wonderful people. They're super sweet. I actually have been on their podcast numerous times, and I'll be seeing them in PAX Australia here soon. But let's see. The Oath of Slaughter Paladin. So I have Path of the Primal Spirit Druid, College of Adventures Bard, College of Requiem's Bard, Circle of Blood Druid, Circle of Mutation Druid, Fighter Bulwark Warrior, Fighter Living Crucible, Monastic Tradition Way of Pride. Oh shit, they have a gay subclass? Way of Pride value themselves above all others. They focus on mastering their form, ego, and destructive power. Interesting. Okay, so there's Monk. Oath of Pestilence Paladin. That's fucking cool. Oath of Zeal Paladin, Green Reaper Ranger. I don't think I see Oath of Slaughter Paladin, unless I'm looking in the wrong spot. Let me check the index. Dice Cream says I need to get those books. They're so good. They're such good books. The Monster Grimoire alone is so amazing. Just looking at the art and shit like that. Miriak says it's egotistical pride. It's the other pride. Well, the less exciting pride, if you ask me. But let's see. Oath of Pestilence, Oath of Zeal. No, I'm not seeing it. I do see a Plague Doctor Wizard though. That is pretty cool. Is it in a different book? I might be able to help more if I knew where it was. But Elizar says, seriously envious of you having the Grim Hollow Ouvroir in hors d'oeuvre, saying that I looked for the player's guide at Gen Con and it's in limbo right now. Unsurprising. I do feel really bad for these guys because I virtually guarantee they're getting hit by tariffs more than like, ugh. It fucking sucks. The whole situation has been rough, but Real Deadman says it must have been in Transformed though. It's their 2024 edition. Let me look it up because I did work with them to help promote Transformed, if I remember correctly. Oath of Slaughter, Paladin, Ghostfire. Yeah, their new, oh, that's how you spell slaughter. Right. Oath of the Slaughter. There's someone under Unearthed Arcana, but I'm assuming that's a different thing. Yeah, Ghostfire Gaming. It is for the 2024 edition. That makes sense. Oh yeah, Oath of Slaughter. I don't want to just like have their shit playing because then I'll get copyright struck. Here we go. The only truth of war is death. The only virtue is to kill. The only victory is to survive. So it's just straight up killing as much shit as you can. Harness the rush of battle to drive you to even greater acts of violence. It seems like a cross between Barbarian and Paladin. So it's like Barbarian, but with divine backing, right? I don't think it needs to necessarily be evil. I think there could be good spins on it, especially when you think about the fact that there are going to be people who benefit from slaughter, with or without being necessarily evil. For example, someone who just enjoys creating or embodying war machines. Someone who believes that being someone who, you know, believes that they themselves can ascend to divinity for their own purposes by bringing down anything that's in their way. Someone who doesn't believe in taking, like, oh God, what do you call it? Taking prisoners, for example, with or without being evil, right? I would put, like, you know, to cite John Wick a billion times over, as I've done a billion times over on this stream, I would call John Wick an Oath of Slaughter Paladin. Potentially, you know, if you tweak it slightly so it's not just kill absolutely fucking everyone, but it's like, hey, if you piss me off, yeah, you're dying, and there's nothing you can do about it. But anyway, Friendship says, oh, I saw your blurb shared on Start Playing Games. I just got approved to run games there. Amazing! We love Devin in this house. And Christoph says, I've actually been thinking about having a paladin who doesn't understand religion well and serves a chaotic evil god, thinking they're being holy and just. I don't know, potentially. I feel like a neutral evil or lawful evil god would make more sense for that, because I feel like a chaotic evil god wouldn't try and play into the facade of being holy and just. But also it depends on how much contact your player characters have with their gods in those games. So, Mirax says, wouldn't John Wick be Oath of Vengeance? You stop being Oath of Vengeance once you stop focusing on absolutely everything. Because, like, here's the thing. John Wick would be Oath of Vengeance if it wasn't for the fact that he killed things that have nothing to do with his ultimate aim. If he was just an Oath of Vengeance person and it didn't have anything to do with anyone else, then he wouldn't lay thousands of bodies, you know, to waste on his path there. He would be targeted. He would have, like, the sniper rifle approach, because we all know he knows how to use one, and he would just go straight for whoever he's trying to kill, and he would ignore everyone else. He's not, like, he's singular-minded, but he also kills way too many people to just be looking after vengeance. At this point, he's looking to absolutely destroy everything that the object of his vengeance touches as well, which is more of like a slaughter path. G the Mystic says John Wick should be a monk. He didn't do a lot of hand-to-hand shot in the last movies, but I think that's mostly because fucking Keanu Reeves is just old, dude. The man needs to retire. But like in the nicest way possible. He's a fucking legend. But also, I hope they're letting him sleep at some point. The Potato, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. It's good to see you. Let me add you to the board as well. Where are you? PoetaHtoe. Lovely to have you. Eleazar says he's a year younger than me. How old is this man? Keanu Reeves. Ager? He's 60 years old. Oh, poor guy. Sandra Bullock is 61. God damn, Tom Cruise is 63. Let these people sleep. Let them just exist. Oh man. I hope he turns into one of those actors that does like old person cameos, you know, and still is an actor, but turns into a source of wisdom for younger actors in movies, things like that, as it goes on. Anyway, let's see. Vinny says, sounds like a zealot barbarian or a battle rager, but far more tied to oath. Would confusion lead to oath breaker? Potentially, but also every GM and every player kind of runs Oathbreaker a little bit differently. It kind of goes all over the place. Oathbreaker is a touchy subject. I kind of leave it up to the player, more so than I would say, hey, you broke your oath. I would make it extremely clear what would be needed to break an oath at the very beginning of the campaign, and then leave it to them to decide whether or not they've broken it. Because thrusting an entire alternate subclass on someone partway through a campaign is rough, and it's kind of like, unless you agree upon the fact that that could be possible, it's almost like rude, you know? Michael says Tom Cruise will sleep as soon as there are no airplanes for him to dangle off the back of. Yeah. Wasn't there a thing about him having a middle tooth too? But also Viper says Keanu's 60. Smash. Jesus. CBC also says only 60. He has 5 more years until retirement by American standards. That's true. American standards suck. I would have assumed that you transcend those standards once you, I don't know, once you reach a certain level of wealth, though, you know? Anyway, Intheration says, unpopular opinion, I don't like oath-based paladins or monks. I'm neutral on them, honestly. I feel like I'm okay with them, but I feel like you can just as easily go without an oath and just hold up to, like, I don't like the oath being the only thing keeping you holding on to your powers, right? Same with like cleric and, you know, things like that, where it's like, oh, hey, if you ever turn away from your source of your powers, fuck you, you don't get any powers anymore. I always want there to be like an on-ramp to a different source of power and have it be okay, or have you become your own source of power over time. It's kind of hard to articulate here because I haven't run into it as a specific scenario, but anyway. Yeah. Also, Papa Smurf, hi! And allegedly Macy says in 25 years he'll be old enough to run for Congress. God's sake, don't remind me about the state of our fucking nation right now. Jesus fuck. Speaking about the state of our nation, I'm thinking about going into Crime Scene Cleaner for anyone who wants to stick around and join us. We're gonna be playing some Crime Scene Cleaner, specifically the fucking... The thing that scared the shit out of me in the last game. Cause like, oh my god, wait, what the fuck? Wait, that mouse was not there. These candles were not there. Hello? Am I insane? We were playing a horror level of Crime Scene Cleaner, and Nostra says, how certain are you? I thought I was certain. I'm pretty sure I was certain. Christoph says she's already getting scared. We abandoned this level last time because I got freaked the fuck out. SSA Vale, welcome in. And Lucas says, so you get an achievement if the logo hits the corner. That would be cool. That would be a sick achievement, actually. But SSA Vale, lovely to have you. Thank you for being here. And Nostra says, can we review the tapes? One of you guys can review the tapes. I don't have the ability to do that during stream, but my god, that is terrifying. Also, DPCU said, of course there was a mouse there. How else are you gonna use the laptop? The trackpad? I hate it here. Let me turn off the chill step and bring you guys over to the game music. People are saying, what mouse? Ah. Okay. We'll go back in. I full on, like, closed the game last time because I got so scared. Let's see. Ipon Vader also says, hey, I've recently been having a...
back. You are awesome.
Right. This is where we were at. And we were looking at, like, the video of the cat. And everything I knew and loved was dirty. The scrubby daddy is full of sin. This is way the fuck... MMO Master says, oh, I remember this level. I already wish I didn't. Oh my god. Also, Yerba Ding says, don't forget to close the window. I don't want to do that. Hydrate from former Future Frog. Also, Samurai, hi.
Hi.
Hi, it was great seeing you, by the way. Let me see. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Here we go. Samurai Master, let me get you on the board. Thank you so much for the sub. MASTA 12. And then we also have Boogie Ka 7. I think I pronounced that right, saying you're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you so much for the sub. We also have Flash Cloud. Hello. Good to see you again, Flash Cloud. Cloud. There we are, who has resubbed for 18 months. Also, Nostra says there was a normal mouse and no candles your memory holds. I fucking knew it. Ah, okay. Oh shit, those were not there. Ooh, none of that was there. Ah. All right. We're gonna start over here. Oop, don't spill. Please don't spill. I don't think my brain can handle it if I spill right now. Crow's Perch says...
Is it horror game night? Let's go.
It's not supposed to be. This is a normal-ass game, I swear. I'm just supposed to be cleaning, and then I got jump-scared by a ghost cat. But Crow's Perch, it's great to see you. I'll add you to the board. Thank you so much for being a subscriber and witnessing my demise. Crow's Perch, who was also at Gen Con. Samurai also says, good seeing you, too. Was looking forward to running into a lot of peeps at Gen Con. Yeah, it was great. But I did have a question. Hold on. Here we are. Daydreamer, congrats on your 3rd stream in a row, by the way, while you're here. Yeah, Ipon Vader said, hey, I've recently been having a slight struggle in getting the party I'm DMing for to actually follow the main plot for a bit. Instead of constantly changing paths just when they're about to uncover some deeper info they're looking for. Oh, I see. So you want them to follow the plot and they keep getting sidetracked. I don't want to railroad them into something, but it's kind of keeping the story back. Any ideas? Oh, wait, hold on. The background chill music is playing and it's loud. Let me turn it down. Andromeda says the cat's more afraid of you than you are of it. Okay, how's the music there? It looks a little quiet. How's now? Anyway, so the thing about railroading your players is you don't necessarily have to do it in a way that's obvious. One of the best things you can do is just like very subtly put whatever plot points that they need to see in front of them, no matter what direction they head. So making it so that like, you know, you have your plot point be not necessarily tied to a certain tavern, but instead being kind of generic. You know, like they go to a nearby tavern keeper and they speak to them about like robberies in whatever the area is, as opposed to being like, oh, you go to this specific... Oh, I thought I heard something. As opposed to being like, oh yeah, you go to this specific bar and you talk to this specific bartender and then they specifically have this issue. Try and make it more generic from the get-go. And what Michael says also makes sense, saying also following what the players are interested in can lead to some really fun things. That's the other thing, is you kind of want to, especially if they're like drifting away from the main plot, you should be trying to figure out why that's the case and what exactly they are after, right? Because like you don't want to deprive them of whatever's fun to them. So if you find that they're walking away because the original plot line that you set up for them isn't actually appealing to them, then it sounds like you need to switch plot lines, which does suck, but at the same time, the game isn't really about you as a person. It's about them as players and having a game that they enjoy playing as opposed to one that you enjoy running, which is a bit of a hot take, but like it really is about them. So if they're drifting away from what you're setting in front of them, try and figure out why. Try and figure out what they want instead. And, you know, see if you can implement elements of that into the game. Especially if they're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just really into murder mysteries, and I feel like maybe if we walk far enough, there'll be a murder mystery somewhere. Fuck. Maybe there'll be a murder mystery somewhere. Oh, fuck. Or something like that. Or if they really have a goal of like finding a bunch of different animals in the world, so that way the druid has a bunch of wild shapes. Then you can be like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that was your goal. Like maybe the next time we do a quest, it's gonna be a menagerie. So figure out what their individual goals are. Even have them write them down if you want. And then make sure that those elements are in your game. So, G the Mystic says quantum ogres. Also, C Pathy says, any tips for keeping up with my notes as a DM when I'm obsessed with just immersing myself in the moment of my party's dialogue? Oh, Crow says, I was hoping to run into you. Gobi had a lot of nice things to say. We love Gobi in this house. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was really hoping we'd run into... Were you at the Start Playing party? Because if not, that would explain why we didn't run into each other. I was very hard to run into at Gen Con. I was pulled in like 7 different directions every single night. There was always so much stuff happening, and I was on...
Jump scares. Let's keep it that way.
I was on lists for parties that I didn't even realize I was on the list for and shit like that, and so I was really difficult to find. So I honestly had to spend a lot of Gen Con just running around and saying hi to everyone once. So yeah, but see, Empathy, as far as recording sessions or making sure that you're taking adequate notes while also getting immersed in the story, recording your sessions really is the best way to do it. Make sure you're asking your party if it's okay to record, because obviously, depending on state laws and things like that, not everyone's cool with it. But people are so used to recording when it comes to, you know, actual plays. But really, it is just a genuinely decent tool and a decent way to remember everything that happened. You can listen back at 2 times speed. You can even just set your phone down on, like, a... Ooh, let's do this. Even just set your phone down in the middle of the table and record it that way, and that'll help.
Locked, so she must have trashed the place herself.
Oh, crazy how this guy's become a fucking super sleuth all of a sudden. Come here. We're taking this, and we're putting this here. What? Nope, turn on. Turn on. Turn on. There we go. So yeah, I record my sessions. I try to remember to record my sessions at least. That, and also having one of your players be the note taker. Usually that's a player role. But that being said, players do forget things. It is just helpful to have them take notes as a backup. And also having your players either recap sessions for you based on their notes or just generally take notes for you is a good way to find out what they enjoy from the session and what stuck out to them. Like, half the time whenever I have my players recapping what happened last session, it's because they, like, had a really funny joke that another player made that they wanted to remember, and they'll do a little recall, a throwback back to that as their recap, you know? And that's just, like, it's good to know what's important to them in, you know, in short. But yeah. Duke says, I'm really bad at this. I started to use GM downtime to make notes. I do that too. I make bullet points while my players are doing, like, fireside sessions and, like, having little chats. And then I use those moments, you know, while they're role-playing amongst themselves to... Oh, nope, stay there. Get in there. Fuck. Get in there. So I use those moments when they're kind of role-playing amongst themselves to really quickly move aside, take a bunch of notes, and then kind of expand on those notes more properly later. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I don't know what that is, and I don't like it. Oh, I'm gonna clean all this before I get to that, because I hate that. I also hate the fact that there's no fucking lights in here. What kind of place is this? Oh. Anyway. Bethy says, record sounds like a great route. I have players that often don't make it, so I run sessions besides huge story sessions with most of my party if someone can't make it. Helps with scheduling. Yeah, I do that a lot. I also do, like, West Marches style campaigns, so I 100% get it. Let's drop that there. Oh, nope. I need to clean you. Can I... Oh. That works. I guess. Where's my mop? There we go. Just slowly start cleaning this up. For those who missed this last time we played this game, by the way, we had, like, a Roomba that was going around drawing in a pentagram. Because there's a dude who was essentially, like, pretending to haunt this house by hacking into their systems, their Roomba, their security cams, things like that.
What did I miss?
In order to scare them away so he could buy the house at a cheap price. But Vegan Sins, Thank you so much for the sub, or the 100 bits. Good to see you. Crow says, I give my players inspiration or similar mechanics that they can help recap the group because I'm incredibly forgetful. I like that. The only problem with that is, and the reason I don't do it personally, is because my players, no matter how much, you know, inspiration I give them, they don't often use it or have a chance to use it or remember to use it. You know, inspiration is one of my least favorite, like, I guess, incentives to give any player. Only because people don't they either forget to use it or inspiration itself, because of the nature of the fact that it can't stack rules as written with other forms of advantage, of which there are a billion ways to get advantage of the game, just makes it kind of useless. So I switch my inspiration in my games to Bardic Inspiration, so it's always like based on a die roll as opposed to like giving advantage. And it scales appropriately with their level that way and doesn't double up when they have advantage for other reasons, you know. So I'm guessing this goes here. Perfect. And then we'll shove all these cushions over here. Oh, that wasn't good. Is it not clean? I hate this. I also hate the way she's staring at me. Jesus fuck. Let's see. It's just so dark in here and I hate it. Let's go over here maybe. I think I've cleaned all these, so we can put these back. Aha, there we go. Yeah, because it's not clean. There we go. I was wondering what that sound was. I thought it was just part of the jump scare until it happened like 3 times. Whoop. Oh, go back. Go back. This one can get cleaned. This is not how you clean these cushions, by the way. That stain is never coming out. But I guess they're used to stains not coming out, considering they have a cat. Pick this up as well. Ooh, look at how perfect that is. Man, I'm good at my job. Anyway, let's see. Allegedly, Macy says the first campaign I ever played is West Marches style. It's still going, too. West Marches style campaigns are elite, and I feel like more people need to know about them. If you don't know what it is, it's essentially this campaign that happens in, and I've done a couple of videos on it, where instead of having a full-length campaign and one cohesive story, you are hanging out in a central town that's surrounded by wilderness and danger. And every week you go out and try and resolve some issue in the wilderness. You're in this central town and you're part of like a guild or something like that. And you go out into the wilderness, you try and solve some issue, complete some contract, and then you come back. And that's the entire session. It's run as if you're doing a series of one-shots, essentially. CM Pathy says I let my players give each other inspiration for stuff that they as a player think is really cool. I'd love that. Yeah, I would be super down. I think I had my players like vote on who gets inspiration, anonymously, based on like certain requirements and certain things that happened in the game. I absolutely love anything to do with the players having more agency on that sort of thing too. 10 out of 10. Duke says, I don't use inspiration or equivalent. I'm generally of the approach that good roleplay is the goal, so it doesn't need a reward. That too. I mean, it really depends on your table, like how new people are to the game, how much that they need help with like remembering to roleplay and things like that. You know, it's fully up to y'all. Whoops, did not mean to shove that way the fuck over there. In fact, let's take this and go back. Boop. And we're gonna take this and go back as well, so it's not in my fucking way. Haha. Yeet. There we go. Luke says, I have no campaigns right now. It's both liberating and terrifying. I'm getting the itch to run one of my one-shots I wrote for some players. Is anyone else not in a campaign right now? Because I feel like that's been kind of going around. I say that as if it's a disease, but like legitimately, I feel like there's a lot of a non-zero amount of people I know who just aren't doing anything at the moment. And that feels weird, especially being in the AP space, you know? I can only think of like a handful of people doing things. But Duke says, I'm 5 sessions out from finishing my 1 to 20 campaign today before I step down as GM for a bit and do a mini campaign as a player for a bit. Oh, for a bit. I thought you meant like as a bit. Whoopsies. Fucking whoopsies. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you ran 1 through 20 is insane, by the way. That takes some fucking effort. Unless you're doing a campaign that's very protracted, where it's like, yeah, you level up incredibly quickly, or like at the end of every session. Because that is a pretty common thing. Let's do this. Aha. And then fucking my detergent spilled everywhere. God damn it. Michael says schedules have been hurting the ones I'm running lately. That's true. Schedules have been crazy. I know people are going back to school here soon as well, which is not great for us content creators because it means that people are doom scrolling less. As far as content creation goes, a lot of us are at conventions recently, so that's always a bit rough. But yeah. Gray Bear says, as a player, I just lost my only campaign. Oh no. I just lost my only campaign. Let me do this. Boop. I'm running 3 games on Start Playing and 1 in-person campaign. Which do you prefer? I'll ask. Because that's always one of my favorite questions, is trying to figure out what people like and why they like in-person as opposed to not in-person, online. Let's see, and C Empathy says, I feel like a lot of the demographic is growing up as well, moving away and struggling to find in-person games while being scared to run online games. Maybe I should do more stuff with regards to like tools that can be used to run online games. The only thing is if I make a video explicitly stating what I like doing with regards to my online games, it tends to be not super friendly in case advertisers see it and they're like, oh, she already uses this system. I guess we'll never be able to talk to her about our new system. And I don't want that to be the case. I actually talked to the people over at, oh my God, what was it called? Pocket Bard. I talked to the Pocket Bard people at Gen Con. They actually came out after one of my panels and they were like, hey, we'd love to work with you. And I was like, honestly, I'd like to work with you guys too. I just work a lot with Fantasy Plus and it feels a little unethical on my end, like as a creator, to just hop between different VTTs and different like music providing services and things like that. Oh, she really liked the Bible. And they were like, yeah, we get it. But like, also, you know, if you ever need it down the road. And I was like, yeah, honestly, I might. Oh God, I hated that. That was loud, whatever that was. Oh, it was just my footsteps. I get it. There we go. Oh, there we go. And so they were super nice about it. And I was like, yeah, I'd love your card like in the future. So that way I know for sure in case I have an opening in sponsorships that I can point people your direction. But I was like, yeah, for right now, since I'm working with Fantasy Plus, I don't really want to work with another company because that's just, you know, I'm supposed to be working with them again in the future, and like, you might have to wait a bit, but I do know about you guys, and my friends use you, so. But let's see. Michael says, Dinah, I like to use insert VTT here for my games. I do like to use, I am very vocal about Tailspire. Tailspire is the only thing, like the VTT specifically, I will 100% tell people that that's what I use, and I refuse to use anything else. There are reasons for that. The reasons that I have would take forever to go through, so I don't really want to go through them right now. I might do it in a separate video, but oh, that's where that goes. Okay, here we are. So that means this, fuck. Who owns this many ginormous fucking jars, by the way? What kind of pretentious asshole? There we go. Clean this up, pretend like it never happened. Where does this go then? Ugh, it doesn't say. All right, we're putting it here. They're twins. There you go. What was I saying? Yeah, I'll talk about Tailspire a lot. I'm a little less loyal when it comes to certain other tools. Fantasy Plus, definitely, but only because I've worked with them so much. I'd be a hypocrite not to talk about them as if I love them, because I do. Anything else, though, I don't have a dedicated thing that I use for my tokens, for example, because I use Tailspire. I don't have dedicated mods that I use for Tailspire, things like that, and so, whoop, shit. Whoopsies. But yeah. Can you write yourself? There we go. Then you also write yourself. Yes, perfect. This bottle of wine probably doesn't need to be underneath here. We'll just drop that. God, now I want wine. Which is a wild craving, by the way. I almost never crave wine. I guess I do live in wine country. Wine state. I live in Oregon, so it's quite vividly part of the culture. This lady has so many candles. I'm gonna drop this one here and call it good. It really is an interior decor simulator after a while. But Michael says I'm online tools promiscuous. I get that. God, Promiscuous. What a great song. I listen to that to get ready in the morning. Aha. Fuck. At least it was clean this time. This is the most I've knocked this over in a single, like, 10-minute period since playing this game, by the way. DBC said, I mean, mead is called honey wine. True! There are good meats and bad meats, though. Like, fucking, oh my god, the meat at Ren Fair. Oh. Oh, so good. What was I talking about? I swear I had something I was saying. Oh yeah, I had someone, ask a question. Great Bear said, I will say I love my in-person games. They are so much more socially interactive. But my online games have so many more bells and whistles beyond my Dwarven Forge. But it takes a lot deeper investment of energy. I do try and give my online games time to breathe and catch up with chat before the real games start to help keep that real table feel, as online can get on the rails fast in sessions. That is true. That is very true. Also, Arrowhead says Just Dance using Promiscuous in the Wii went hard as fuck. It did. It had no reason to go that hard, but it was so good. Let's straighten this out as well. This cat better not come along and... Oh, I can steal. Better not come along and fuck over my progress, by the way. I'm watching you. I know we've done most of it. I think that's pretty much everything except the stuff over here, which I'm going to get to here in a sec. Primarily, this poor fucking chair that's decimated. Oh, and I guess all that. Actually, let's get the pressure washer for that. Where is it? There we go. Oh no. Are you empty? You're empty. That's fine. Let's do this. Let's see. Duke says Roll20 is fine, it gets the job done. I find that Roll20 is a little bit too demanding of certain, like, players' computers. Like, if I'm running Roll20, I can't do anything else. When I'm on Maddie's streams and things like that, it just, like, doesn't... It just uses way too many resources for what it is. And at that point, I'd rather just have one person show their VTT and then share their screen than have to deal with Roll20. Not that I don't love them. They're a great company. They're super friendly. They've offered to work with me in the past, but I don't know. It's not my favorite. I've heard good things about Owlbear Rodeo, but I haven't used it myself yet. But I know it's what a lot of people use. That's actually what we used during our Shadow Dart game at Gen Con. That was what Ryan was using, our GM. So Duke says online games do have a mic delay that can be rough, but otherwise I'm perfectly happy with them. I know how you feel, especially for actual plays. So what I usually recommend is a lot of people will, like, you know, raise their hand when they're ready to say something, and that tends to help a lot with making sure that there's no immediate, like, shouting over each other and that everyone gets a chance to, like, speak on their turn. Ooh, let me clean this up, because this looks like it might be dirty. Ah, no, there we go. Did I break it? I broke it. Oh god. Oh no. Get out of there. Get the fuck. Get out of here. Get. There we go. Guys, I really fucked up your IKEA furniture. I'm so sorry. We'll put this one over here. Oh, over here. Amazing. Perfect. I think this is the one that slams. It slams open, I think? Right? Potentially? Oh my god, I got a posture check. Here we go. Also, allegedly says my group just hops in a Discord call. Yeah, we do the same thing. And Strange Miniature says, does anyone think that Shadowrun will ever get popular again as a TTRPG? I think Shadowrun... Yeah, I knew it. Fuck you. I personally do not know anything about it. I think it maybe just... It also hasn't gotten updates or anything, right? So, like, that's also kind of part of the issue. Man, this lady was really, enjoying herself. Jesus, fuck. Or have they put out updates and I just didn't know? Michael says, Shadowrun is the kind of workhorse that keeps on keeping, but it could use a more newbie-friendly system. Maybe that's it, too. Like, after a while, we were talking about the fact that certain games, like, they just... need to be overhauled after a certain amount of time, right? Like, what was it? We were talking about D&D 5.25, right? Or 2.4. And, like, it's a great system. Did D&D 5e need to be fixed? I mean, yeah, it had a lot of errata over time, and that was the problem, right? Is, like, after a while, you could only have so many rules rewrites over time. After a while, you just have to put out a new edition. They honestly did us a favor by making it backwards compatible and everything like that, you know? Yes. Did you guys hear that? Hold on, I'm turning up the music. If I have to suffer, so do you. There we go. Let's see. Duke says the bottle still has a cork in it, so hopefully she wasn't having a good time with it. Oh, Jesus, fuck. You know, you make a good point. Let's see. Mudman says, you know, personally, I'm a fan of 1A. Ooh, let's do this. Let's put this in your... Oh, come on. Hold on. Fine. Fine. It's good enough for me. Nothing else has to be fixed over here. I'm just gonna close that. I don't like whatever's gonna be behind that door. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Fuck that thing. Let's go over here instead. There's not so much blood in this area. God, it's fucking terrifying though, isn't it? Look, cat. Here, kitty kitty. I'm just trying to help. Please don't hurt me. We're just gonna clean up all these, and then we'll be on our way. God, I did not realize that it would actually be... I thought we'd be cleaning up just, like, more horrifying murder sites. I didn't realize there'd be fucking ghosts involved. Bob McSizzle.
Is this the part of the game where you become the crime scene?
Can we shut up about that?
I've got a hunch on who the family favorite was.
Don't worry about it. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Okay, ground floor. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're gonna pull this out. Move the old furniture back to its place. Yep, there's a mouse. We don't need that. Clean that up. There's another one over here. Okay. 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 The trash. Yep. Wasn't super considerate. This cat. Just slide that in over there. Fuck. There. And then this. There. That is a really nice plant above, at least. And... oh, God. There. And then... this. There. I know this isn't how I'm scored. By the way, this is definitely not a part of the game. I just think it's important. It sets my brain on fire when shit doesn't work properly. Okay, steal the tuna? No. Okay, well, I'm done with this. I don't like how the lamp is red. That's not my favorite. I'll say that much. We're gonna refill this just in case we need it. Airhead says, can you actually get murdered in this game, or does it make you feel like you're about to? I feel like I'm about to murder someone. For sure. I feel like I'm about to get murdered. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this over here so that way I can actually see when something inevitably comes out and scares the shit out of me. Okay. Okay. Open. The fuck? Is that a skull? It's like a whole ass crystal skull in here.
In LA, this could have been a whole apartment.
Wow, it's a secret. And
Yeah, this is exactly the read I was hoping for right now.
H.L. Bowling, Harry the Potter, and the Goblet of Clay. Oh my god, there's a whole ass... Fuck this motherfucker who destroyed my workshop and all the bases. I'll find you and I'll kill you. H.L. Bowling. This is... this is someone's hate fanfic about being a Potter? That's actually hilarious. Okay, this is good. I thought there'd be something ready to kill me. Something small and feline shaped ready to kill me specifically. Let's close that. We'll pack this up. Close that, because fuck that noise. This we need. Whoop, not like that. We need the whole thing. And then we're good. Let's get the fuck out of here. Huh. How'd I do? Yes? All of it? Yes! Okay, if I got all the blood, there's no shot I didn't get everything else. Fuck yeah. Andronymous says, don't forget you have 2 secrets on this map? Oh shit, how many? Did I miss the other one? Wait, what was the other one? Next. Also, how do you know I have 2? Stolen items. Uh-huh. Good, 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 good. Secrets. Shit, a lot of points. Airhead says, can you... Oh, wait, hold on. Grey Bear says, can I shoot you all my elevator pitch on my new Saturday D&D game? Go for it. I think I got both the secrets. I can't remember what the first one was, though. But I think I got everything, which means I never have to come here again, which is fantastic. It says, yeah, I got an achievement. Complete the mission with a perfect score. Fuck yeah, I'm going the fuck to bed. Holy shit. Oh, I got a takeout. Is it Thai food? Thai food with a bowl that automatically vibrates? Hot. Swirls your cereal for you. And also mixes your cereal, if you know what I'm saying. Let's go to bed. Andronymous says the first secret was the false wall. That's right! I forgot about that. Oh.
Gentlemen, Big Jim.
God, the voice acting.
We've let him do whatever he wants for far too long.
Fuck yeah, it's time we teach this motherfucker who real.
Did someone call for Big Jim? Who's laughing now?
God, now I really want pizza. Your bud Dank says, look at all that marinara. Also, King Daniel, thank you for the follow.
No, please, please. I swear, I won't tell him.
Too much talking.
Oh. JX says, I hope this level has a bunch of marinara sauce that doesn't count towards you cleaning up blood. Can you imagine? Also, Andronymous says, my CEO told us in town hall today that he want... Stop! Some pizza cotta would go so hard. Can I at least... Yeah, I can eat. I can just shove a whole pizza down my mouth. Yeah. All right, fine. What do you want now?
This is Jim. What you did at Mike's was good, but we've got bigger fish to fry tonight. I have to take care of some backstabbing fuckers scheming against me at Matteo's Pizza. What can I say? There will be blood, so prepare some body bags, Kowalski. A whole lot of them.
So now I'm eating their last pizza?
I hate that this is here, by the way. Who the fuck dragged you in? Oh. Do I just start collecting things from my missions? I mean, the place is looking a little cleaner. Maybe I'm insane, but it does seem nicer? Like, this sign used to be up there, wasn't it? Did we get rid of it? More pizza. Oh my god. I can't eat it. Fuck. Exist to be happy, not to impress. A whole bunch of tomato soup. Some orchids. This place is looking nice. Is that a picture of a cat? I full on took a picture of a cat. I've been sleeping on the couch, it looks like. Hello.
Are you hungry, Dexter? Do you like pizza?
Good boy. The man has good taste. He's a good dog. But this has been left untouched. The glowy stars are a good touch, though. I do want to read what look to be, what I imagine are more bills. Patient name, Alina Kowalski. Oh, Jesus. Balance is $28,000. Do I not have insurance? Jesus, fuck. All right, well, accept the mission from your computer. Computer, give me money. Not you. There we go. Elena says, hi dad, it's been a tough day and I just need to get this out. I made some friends, but some kids are stupid. I told Katie that my dad works as a janitor and then the whole table started laughing at me. Listen, if you want me to clean them up for you, let me know. Everyone was mocking me. I was so done with it that I just had to leave. But don't worry, Dad. I know you work really hard and I'm glad to be your daughter. Please give Dexter a nice treat from me. I gave him some pizza. You did great at Mike's Wellness Center, but that was just the appetizer compared to the next task. Take all the supplies you need and head to Matteo's Pizza. Expect a freaking bloodbath. It's unlike Big Jim to say the word freaking, but I'll trust that it's him and go with it regardless. Oh. Saw, dude. Let's go. Italian job. There we are. Let's see. Yerba Dang says, could you give the pizza to the dog? I wish. I ate it all beforehand. Also, Viper says 28k is practically free. And Jayok says, I glanced away for a second and thought that message was you reading something from chat. Also, Andronimo says what he says freaking with a Boston accent.
Thought that I'd
And the little hand
gotten used
motion.
to this job. I couldn't be proved any more wrong. That made me realize that there's no escaping Big Jim. At least, not if I didn't want to be full of holes like a cheese.
Buddy, I'm gonna need you to stop talking about cheese. I haven't had... Wait, like a cheese? Yeah, actually, Andronimo, good point. All right. How can I help you, boys? I assume this is where I'm supposed to
Had
go.
a busy night, so expect to deal with 11 bodies.
Okay, understood.
Can't...
Oh, and one more thing. Some old hag started yelling at us from the window, so we stopped her mouth with some bullets.
That's kind of a cool saying.
As well.
Sure thing. All right, let's get to work.
Oh. Oh. Oh,
Way
no.
through without finding that key first.
Oh, I hate that. Saying that they stuffed her mouth with bullets kind of goes hard. I like that line. It's potatoes. What's this?
Another proof that more people should start reading.
Dear Mr. Cook, I know you have zero respect for anyone who is not God/Gordon Ramsay, but you should listen when I tell you to take the goddamn key to the cold room. Do you want to get stuck in there like that guy in The Shining? At least the music continues. And it's honestly surprisingly neat back here for being, like, the back of a... Oh. Right. Got it. What is this? Oh, it's a statue. Tried to use it as a bludgeoning weapon, I see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Someone's signed photo. Family bingo!
Bingo.
Collecting deets to Sarah... Oh, God, I don't know what this is. Someone calls Martino Marty. Aw, dang it. Let's go gambling. Taking a party in suit. Is that what that says? Someone marked it off in red. Changing the rules to spice things up. Well, it's evidence. I assume because of the blood. Okay. And then what's all this then? Oh, there's a trap door here. Oh, we found a secret immediately.
Locked, but there is a keyhole.
Good to know. Attention losers, that goddamn elevator in the hotel is busted again. Now that we got to haul our asses down to this freaking long ladder. If any of you idiots don't remember this yet, the keys to the hatch are in the
I
kitchen.
wonder what kind of secret ingredients do they keep in the basement?
Not really my problem. Let me grab this guy. Mamma mia. Oh, nope, that's the restaurant. We want to go this way. Shit is right. Holy fuck. I think I can also yeet this guy. But, nope. I was gonna say if I yeet him into the back of the truck, he just kind of like cleans himself up. Yeah. Fuck. Get back here. Yeet. Yeah, if he comes out of it with like 3 more broken bones, that ain't that bad. I also need to...
Open it from the other side.
Damn it. Why does everyone keep everything locked? Did Big Jim just decide to make sure that no one could follow him by locking every single fucking door between here and there? Asshole. I also haven't found the water yet, so there's only so much of this I can clean up. I just want to make sure that there's no, like, footprints I'm leaving around. Debauchery, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome back. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. Let me get back over to just chatting here for a sec and add you to the board. Same with Nat VU, welcome in. Your Bud Dank says 11 bodies is too many. Holy shit, it is 11 bodies. Oh god, there's gonna be so much blood. Also, Strange Miniature says the neighbors are looking out their windows in horror. Indeed. XX debauchery. T party. XX. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you. Also, the bug says I got sushi. You guys have gotta stop talking about food. Devin Smith over on YouTube says hi, and let's see. Andronima says, wow, Big Jim really let the bodies hit the floor. Christ. this is clean. Oh, I guess I cleaned that. I also need to remind myself to keep looking through drawers and things like that, because that's where all the goodies are. Okay, seriously, where the fuck is... Alright, I can at least get that. And then I don't want to hit that, because I'm afraid. Hello? Oh, for fuck's sake. You didn't have to go with the elevation route. Oh. Is this where I go for the lady? Yeah, alright. God. She was just a waitress, too. This bitch was making minimum fucking wage, I guarantee it.
If only you'd listen to your dad, Tammy.
Ugh. Matteo's Pizza seems fishy. Some say Mr. Gotti owns it. Or owns the owner. Please stay out of it. Not every Italian American is mobbed up. Yeah, I mean, she's not wrong. Alright, well...
One
Poor
bullet hit her leg.
Gabby?
The other went through her neck. Poor girl. This wasn't supposed to happen to her.
Yeah, well. I hope the last meal was some good pizza, at least.
Another innocent soul ending up in a body bag in my car. Am I the real monster now?
Yes. Indubitably. But also your daughter has cancer, so, like, it's kind of justifiable. Like, you know. Isn't that a lot of villains' origin stories? Is, like, someone is hurt close to them or some such shit, and then they need to essentially make money to make it happen, and so they start robbing banks, and then they... Like, I just watched Chronicle the other day. Has anyone seen that movie? Really fucking good. And it's, like, all about villain origin stories and hero origin stories. And, it's like a found footage film about superheroes. That's really fucking cool. Telekinesis is a really big part of it. I like it a lot. Where the fuck is the water over here? On the other side here.
Mamma mia! This place looks more tangled than the pasta in my carbonara.
Oh my god. Jesus fuck. Oh.
So, what secrets do you hide?
Great. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Wait, hold on. I wonder if there's any pizza just like ready-made that I could go and steal.
Being mobbed by the real mobsters? That's the opposite of ironic.
Tammy, remember, Mr. Gotti and his friends are much more important than our regular customers, so speak only when spoken to and do not come near the table unless you're called. Please, for the love of God, try not to fuck it up tonight. It's good that he knows that's evidence.
If I
Oh,
didn't
frying
know
pan.
any better, I think some tomato sauce that got stuck on this pan.
Moon NATO and Night Slasher 213, thank you so much for the subs with Prime. It's good to see you. House Duggan says there should be a real life pizza being delivered soon. You're kidding. Really? Also, King Daniel says don't talk to me about pizza. That sounds so good. Did you grab Treat Stream for me? Oh my god, yeah. Oh, that's so timely. Thank you so much. The order is on the way. Thank you so much. Holy shit. It's like a proper cheese pizza. I gotta stop doing this. By the way, that's so sweet of you. Shout out to House Duggan in chat for sending Treat Stream my way. Let's see, Lucas says Batman is a reverse villain story. Gets hurt, but already has a shit ton of money. And also Jayok says Chronicle is fantastic. Yeah. Also Vegan says there was water in the alley. Oh, shit. Okay, I might go back that way because I don't want to track blood everywhere. Night Slasher 213 and Moon NATO will add you to the board. Night Slasher _ 213. Lovely to have you. And then Moon NATO, you're up near the top. Strange Miniature says, seriously, my ex-wife straight up tried to abduct my 2 kids weeks ago. Got him back. Got full custody, but had the courts failed me. Straight to Dr. Doom. Dude, relatable. I mean, I don't have kids or a court system to go through, but I also don't know Dr. Doom's origin story. But I would believe you if you said he was your dad.
People can do in the heat of the fight.
Let's see. Toss this here and hope those sirens aren't coming any closer. Trushleon says, I sent a photo of my food if you're curious. Oh yeah, so for those who haven't joined the Discord yet, we have a Discord, and a lot of it is people sending food, their pets, things like that. It's a lot of like wholesome vibes. And I never at everyone with the pings, so, you know. I mean, it would be pretty rare if I did, I guess I should say. I'm not gonna say never, but it's not an annoying Discord to be a part of, and I love seeing your guys' like pets and things like that. It's super cute. Okay. Whoop, that's not good. I needed to clean up all this. Whoop, that's not good. This trash. Ah, fuck. There's some stuff that I can't pick up that I have to, like, just fucking beat the shit out of it before it'll get small enough for me to pick up and take elsewhere. Oh no, did I break it? I might have broken it. Get small. Is this not working? Oh my god, there we go. The fucking legs. Okay. I didn't realize I had to break it down like a reverse IKEA job. There we go. Jesus fuck. Alright, now let's get this all out of here. Ugh. At least it's easy to, like,
With a full bag.
do mass cleanups with things. You know? If I go here, and then put this in here. Yay! Then we'll pick up the next little batch. Ugh, God, it's perfectly good firewood, too. Could make a pizza over a wood-fired oven this way. Move this back. Oh, no, I need water. Here we are. Oh, God. This is gonna suck. Is that... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. Let's close that again. That... Oh. He died how he lived, I guess. Ugh. Let's just put that there. Bring this back out there. Jesus fuck. Let's see. Lucas says she punched the tablet. That's what I could type on the spot to make it look like IKEA. Do you guys know... God, what's the name of that one IKEA shark? The one that's...
Thought that nomads would be disbanded after the spawn incident, but I guess they're still trying to get their revenge.
Excuse me, I'm allergic to gang members. That, like, fluffy-looking shark and the ginormous fucking bear have become, like, absolute icons, and it's my favorite thing about internet culture. Ugh. Whiffed. Come on. There you go. There you go. One more. Two more? Couple more. There we are. Jesus, I didn't realize I had to get so granular with it. Okay. Now it's pick-upable. I'm just mostly looking to get the big shit out of the way. And hope that no one questions the fact that when they walk into this restaurant, there's going to be significantly less places to sit. Oh, here we go. I was like, what the fuck made that noise? It's my chair moving against the Grim Hollow book. Let's see. Former Future Frog says the Blahaj? Blahaj? Yeah, that little guy. The little shark. He's my favorite. He's a good boy. Lucas says just pulled the formal name of Blahaj. The full legal name. Come on. Come on. The table deserves it. There we go. God, I wish there was like a... I'm sure this is an upgrade or something that I can do, but having like a proper hammer that I could go through, like a sledgehammer, to make it easier to do all this shit. There we are. Nope. There we go. Mamma mia. Or whatever. Awesome. Got a couple more pieces. Maybe some of the bullets. Some of the random shit lying around. Here we are. I don't know if there's a more efficient way to do this, by the way, than... Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Than just running back and forth and dumping loads and loads of shit out. Or if I should, like, make a little station right here for the bodies and whatnot. They're coming with me. I do like his jacket, actually. Maybe I can keep that as a tip. King Daniel says, how many thousands of hours do you have in Baldur's Gate 3? This might come as a shock. I actually haven't finished Baldur's Gate 3. The thing is, when I started playing it with the girlies, Maddie and Kiki, it was probably not the best idea to have that be my basically first playthrough, because we kind of like rushed through it and I didn't really understand some of what was happening in the story. And so I should go back and play it properly at some point, but I just don't have a desire to. And I honestly have no idea what happens. I know people talk about like the Emperor being, spoiler, some like dude essentially, like a little tentacly guy. And I was like,
Bullet.
okay, but I didn't really get his motivations. I didn't understand enough of the story, I suppose. Oh my god, there's pizza. Just set that up, right?
Can't put it back like that.
Why not? Just like, fuck's sake. Move it and then clean up the blood. Oh no. Oh god. Okay. Moving it and then cleaning up the blood is not that crazy of an ask. Speaking of cleaning up the blood, let's get this going, huh? Because everything I know and love is incredibly blood-soaked. Let's see. Clean detergent, strength detergent, pure detergent. Why not? These all look like they basically do the same thing. And I know it can add up to 2 to this thing. So we'll do that. And then clean up behind me a little bit. We'll get to the guy who's dead in his own piss and shit later. For right now, we're gonna... Actually, for right now, we should probably skedaddle. It's been a bit of a... Oh, is that a gun? Click, click. You think it works? Here we are. We'll, get to some of the more important bits later. What a mess. Yeah, tell me about it. Fucking shit. I honestly think there's gonna be a subplot at some point in the story where all of that, like, sharpied graffiti is gonna turn out to be parts of his subconscious, just, like, showing up and appearing to drop little bits and pieces of lore and, like, inner monologue on the walls. Because they keep saying, every single time I see it, it's an allusion to, like, oh, what a mess this is, or, like, what a mess this area is. And it's such, like, janitor talk. If that makes sense. Anyway, we probably should call it there. Thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out and indulging me in my obsessive desire to clean things all the fucking time. I appreciate you all so much. I am going to say goodbye to my friends over on the TikTok live stream. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys back here next week on Monday. And then for those who are hanging out on Twitch, I'm going to send you guys over to a friend of mine here in a moment. For those on YouTube, and for those who are on Twitch missing my face already, I actually have a live stream that happens exclusively on Twitch every week on Thursday at 5 o'clock Pacific time. So that is tomorrow. If you guys want to hang out and chat, it's a lot more chill. We're not playing any video games or anything. Instead, we're going to be going over whatever the topic of the day is, talking about whatever sounds fun. And it's mobile, so I can actually take you and walk you around my apartment, which is quite nice. So in the meantime, I'm going to send you guys over to... Ooh. Let's see. Who is on right now? Let's go chat with Moon. Moon has been on for a sec, so we're gonna go say hi to her. She's an amazing human being and actually is a fantastic VTuber, amazing artist as well. So I'm gonna send you guys over to her. Her VTuber is fucking cool, by the way. So tell her I said hello, and I will see you guys back again tomorrow for those on YouTube and next week for those on Twitch. Bye-bye.